Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Kingsley's Adventure. Welcome to the first dungeon. There's not something really done with the ceilings in any of the dungeons. It's usually black. But we have an adversary in front of us. So let's take him on. It's our first guy. It's Swordfish. Swordfish dude. Now the one thing you'll have to remember about combat is that there really isn't a lot of invincibility frames. So if you get hit, you will take damage. However, if you don't block right after that, you'll just repeatedly get whacked over and over and over again until you die. So watch out for that. We got cannons to avoid. And another one of, well, the bug enemies. Crabs, for, well, to be specific. Take you, crab. Hiya! I don't think there's anything behind the cannons. Nope. Alright. Let's continue. Ow. Let's continue on. I just sideswiped that thing. Also got this guy. It's a lobster. Let's take him down. Also, hey! Hey! Go away. Swordfish guys are actually the easiest enemies, of course, because, well... Jesus, I'm kidding. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, hearts actually restore more than one heart most of the time. They'll usually restore either between... what is it? 1.5 to 2 hearts, really? Usually it's 2 hearts, but some of the time it'll be also 1.5. Now the thing about dungeons is that they're really just kind of separated into rooms, so you really just have to take each dungeon one room at a time. Also, I prefer to follow the money. Whoop. Shoot. There we go. Alright. Kinda close to full health again. The first dungeon is actually a great warm-up for what the rest of the game is going to actually be like. Oop. Most of the time an enemy is going to block if you actually have to move forward in order to actually attack them. So be wary of that. Also there's barrels. Zip! Gotta watch out for the barrels. Usually you want to go up this area because, well, exploration gets rewards, like a switch. Oh, there's another guy. You really do have to be a bit methodical. Like, you can do button mashing, but, nope. Also, apparently walking backwards does not trigger this barrel to go off. Or nothing does. Okay. Well, the switch is at the bottom, so we might as well just go ahead and hit it. Oh, move, move, move. There we go. It won't actually take off a lot of health. I think it's only 1 heart, but, well, best to save your hearts and also your lives. Now we have this trident guy here. Bit more of a bother, but with him we get a key. Keys are really just situational to the dungeon that you're in. Uh-oh. And I wasn't able to switch around in time. Alright. What keys allow you to do is, if you find a locked chest, which are around, you're able to unlock it, pretty much. Such as this chest, which contains 5 money. 5 foxhounds. It sounds better than just saying money, doesn't it? Oh well. Because I'm not sure, I'll just say money. Okay, time for some fun jumping and avoiding. This dungeon is all about barrels. Barrels and avoidance of rolling and moving objects. Such as this. You only get a very small window of safety as well, so be cautious. Shoot. Oh well, there's a heart there, and of course, always explore both routes, because there'll always be treasure. Most of the time. Oop. There we go. Oh, come on. Anyway, right here, what I just picked up is this paw print, which acts as a checkpoint, which are very helpful when you're dealing with more of the annoying parts of the game. Oh god, there's an enemy. Sometimes when I mean treasure can be different. It can, of course, the game can also fake you out. Most of the time, if not all the time. It's had a lot of bugs. Yeah, there's all the bugs. I should not have been following the barrel. Oh well, we're out of the room. That's fine. Next up, we have, well, water. Kingsley can survive in water as long as his head is out. If his entire body's in it, then, well, you're no good. Properly timing these cannons is also something that you'll have to do. Like so. There we go. And we deal with our last enemy of this dungeon, the killer whale, which also has teeth and a big spiked mace. Of course, he's also the hardest, so he takes more hits. One thing this game doesn't really have is a difficulty setting. It's just one difficulty, so... And really, in terms of the game is already difficult enough with the control... The game is already difficult enough with the control scheme as it is for some people, so... Really, I don't think changing the difficulty up to, like, easy, normal, or hard would have done anything, other than make the enemies harder, which really isn't necessary. So I'm glad this game kind of leaves it out most of the time. Alright, next up... Teleporters really help for showing off just kind of different areas, because we're kind of out of the dungeon now and into a completely different place. However, we have boulders following us, so we better move. Oh no! Okay. Another thing about this game is, even though it has platforming elements, it also has falling damage. Yes, falling damage in a platform game, usually two things that don't go together. Get away from the edge, buddy, please. Oh no! Oh well, I fell in the water, that's fine. Yeah, alright, you're gonna have to go down there and fall in the water. Any enemy that you put in the water will also die. So, that's also something you should keep in note, if you're just simply wanting to get rid of enemies. I let down my guard right at the wrong time. Alright, and that leaves us with this floaty. To adventure! Alright, this area is a bit of a... Well, it's fun. I'll just say that. Except for the barrels. That's why I was getting into this alcove. Also, there's tons of level geometry here, which is kind of slowing down the game. Although that can actually help if you're having trouble. It gives you more time to react. Crab. Crab. There we go. Away you, crab. Now, of course, if you were not careful, the path kind of narrows, so be careful on that note. Hey! Oh, shoot. No! Go away, crab. I don't like you. Come over here. Give me your tasty life. Please give me life. Ah. Life drops are usually few and far between, but a checkpoint's always nice. And now we get to this part. Alright. Still narrow, but now we have the barrel chasing us, instead of coming from the different direction. There we go. Learn how to move. Learn how to move. And also take advantage of this alcove. And then just have the barrel follow you following the barrel, because another barrel is close behind. Oh god, everything's shaking. To a fight with another orca. Killer whale. I wouldn't be surprised if their actual name was Killer Whale. There we go. Alright. Another floaty. To adventure, Kingsley, to adventure! Aha! And we've made it to, well, the water. And tons of treasure chests. Well, let's go ahead. Get around here. Or not. Sometimes the jumping and the levels that you're on kind of can be annoying when you're trying to get up on higher ledges. There we go. I would like more lives, please. There's a dude over here, but I'm not going to pay attention to him for a little while. Get on. There's no way to get on. No, I'm unfortunate enough. Alright. Hello, Gallagher. You have a really, really angry parrot. Jesus. Jeez, you have everything. You have a pistol, you have a sword, you have a peg leg, you have a parrot. You got everything. You're a pirate, buddy. However, as much as he is a pirate, he is our first boss. The only way you're actually able to hit him right now is, of course, to... Whoa! What are you doing? The only way in order to hit Gallagher, pretty much at this point, is to hit him close range. You have nothing else. So, avoiding him, you have no choice but to avoid his long-range attacks. And strike at him as well as you can. When he does his butt stomp, it's really, that's the place where you're able to get about 2 shots onto him. So if you're able to make him do it, you're good to go. Oh shoot. I should have backflipped the other way. Or, you know, use my L2 and R2 buttons. It's usually the way of doing everything. Ow. Luckily there's hearts everywhere, so you should be good for actually fighting him. Not even that does it. Alright. I'm gonna have to actually move at some point. He's almost down 2/3 of his health, so should be good. Oh, I am not good at this. Nope, he's gonna do it one more time. Luckily, in boss areas like this, there are hearts everywhere, so take advantage of them. Attack him! Once he's down to his last third, he's going to pretty much just give up his gimmicks and fight you head on, which is pretty much the easiest part of the battle. And so Gallagher drowned, and we get his pirate ship. Pretty snazzy. It's actually really cool looking, I will say. So, with that, let's actually pick up our spoils, because there's, of course, tons of treasure chests. Usually I like being the greedy one, and during the boss battle, or before the boss battle, in terms of triggering it, I go ahead and pick up anything I can. Fortunately, this was not the case this time. But pretty much after a boss battle in any dungeon, you're done the dungeon. So we're pretty much good to go. Aren't you? I want you so bad. Jump! Why can't I get up you? Makes no... Oh, there we go. I can use you as a stepping stone. That makes perfect sense. Of course, get all the money you can, because you need all the lives you can. Oh god, there's another one. I need you. There we go. Good amount of money for getting onto the next area. Except, why do they have to put it on zigzags? Really annoying for the control scheme. Let's set sail! And head back to Seatown. Oh, it was his galleon. Oops. Okay. Not a pirate ship. You're not a pirate, are you? But we get some rewards. Unfortunately, we're not really able to do anything about wrecks at the moment, because that winch is rusted. But yes, we get our first two items. The armor and the axe. I think the armor is simply cosmetic, but the axe allows us to do slightly more damage and has a longer reach. Still don't know if that actually helps, but it's good to have another weapon. Indeed. Anyway, now that we've finished with Gallagher, all the food should be back. And of course, every single person has something else to say. She'll be here. Very sad. There's no time! Usually I find that the heart chests I really don't actually need, but it's always good that they're around somewhere. So, other than actually talking to everybody else, we're pretty much done here. So I'm just gonna go around and do everything on my own time and show it off at the end of the video. However, I'm going to apparently be talking to the scary fish, scary dolphin, again. We're so creepy. But yeah, I'll talk to everybody else and put it at the end of the video, but, well, seeing as this is the end of the video, I'll just say goodbye now, because the only thing we have to do is go back to the castle and continue on. So I'll see you next time, everyone, as we talk with the King and Queen again, and go to our next location, and the second dungeon. See you next time, everyone!
O-E-I-I-I-I-O-A-O